So, welcome back everybody. This is a post commentary of one of the last games I had in patch level 136. This was a game that I played with a friend of mine, Faceit, who's often already flown with me, and he's one of the guys from the German videos, from the German live commentaries that we have, where we're flying normally, sometimes in historical battles, sometimes in arcade battles. And this was a very special game that we did that we had on the Battle of Britain map. He's flying his Heinkel 112. I'm flying my Bf 109 Emil 1, so he has an advantage in firepower. I have an advantage in engine power and maneuverability. And this one, I didn't record it live when we were playing it, and for me it's quite nice because it shows some very important lessons about certain planes and certain tactics that are used. Yeah, I'm not judging here by if they're valid tactics or not. Anyway, they're used in historical battle in War Thunder right now, and this video and the behavior of us those shows how you can basically counteract them. So we start off here. I just have climbed about above the cloud cover, and basically right down there's a Spitfire. Sorry, there is a Spitfire that I've just broken out of the cloud cover a mere 700 meters away. So I'm diving after him, trying to close the gap. He's diving as well, and I'm going to be overtaken here by another Bf 109 on our team. Our team basically all held their altitude or went even higher. Only two went low, and they died very fast. So here you can see the other Bf 109 put some hits into him and went after him. And I'm spotting here 3 enemy guys that are ganging up on one of ours. One of the Bf 109s that went low. So I'm picking up speed here, trying to go after them. And this is the first one. You can see here the Bf 109 that overtook me here. Again, forces him to break off. I'm going for the second Spitfire. The upper enemy is a bullfighter. I know that I'm not going to shoot him down anyway anytime soon. I'm a little bit too late, but at least I put some hits into the Spitfire. Now I'm alone against the Spitfire and the bullfighter. There's the Spitfire, and up there on the left you can see the bullfighter that's just turning in on me. So I'm shooting at his wingtips. Now banking over to go after him. I'm diving here because the Spitfire is turning, and I know the only thing I have as an advantage over the Spitfire is my speed. So I'm looking behind and seeing that I'm widening the gaps. I'm pulling slowly away from him, and I'm going after the bullfighter, while at the same time my friend in his AG-112 is coming from above and will attack the Heinkel, the Spitfire, sorry. And the bullfighter here turned around. I got some hits into him, but he now is going for my friend as well. So my friend evades him because I told him that the bullfighter was coming. Put some hits into the Spitfire as well, trying to get a few hits into him. You can see here actually he was critted by the Spitfire, and now I'm going to work on the Beaufighter here. There in the distance you can see one of our remaining teammates is attacking, I think it's the Spitfire as well. And I'm putting hits into the Beaufighter as usual, and the Beaufighter doesn't give a damn. Nothing that I'm not used to at this stages. At least I knocked out his tail gunner, so I can fly a little bit without having to worry about fire coming from the Beaufighter itself. But the Beaufighter now is flying over A, and as you can see here, there's very strong anti-aircraft gunfire over A, so I'm turning around, breaking off my attack, and looking if he's coming around, if he wants to come out of the cover of A to attack me again. My friend at this stage, I think, is already on his way to the airfield. This is the Bf-109, or this was a Bf-109 that was fighting the Spitfire. I'm just came here in time to pick off where he left it, and I'm not sure. The Spitfire must have had some damage already, because the maneuvers I'm pulling here could have been easily countered by him if he was in any shape to fight or to turn this into a turn fight. But he just goes for his airfield. My friend now at this stage has landed at the airfield of B, which we captured early in the mission. A is still in British hands. You can see here I've actually critically damaged the Spitfire and its cooling systems, but I'm growing a little bit anxious because A, I'm going to be to come under fire from A any second now, and B, the Beaufighter went home to his airbase to basically rearm and repair. And if he's taking off again, I'm in big trouble. So you can see me here trying to shoot him several times, not getting a good shot onto him, so I'm going high again, setting off another attack on him, while my friend is still repairing. And this is about the last attack that I can basically get on this Spitfire. If I'm messing this up any more, then I probably will be in range of the anti-aircraft guns from the British airfield. So I'm growing more and more restless at this point. So now I'm shooting at him, and as you can see, I'm staying longer on target, and now at this point I'm actually finally killing him, sawing off his wing. He's crashing, so I'm looping back around immediately, going for B to rearm, because I'm very conscious that the Beaufighter must have been landing by now, and so he's probably repairing. He's probably rearming, and once he's back in the air, we have to be above him, have to have an altitude advantage over him, and have to see how we can counter the, well, let's say somewhat dubious flight models and damage model of the Beaufighter. At this point of the battle, by the way, my friend and me, we are the last two Germans. The enemy team consists of two bullfighters, one of which I was talking about a second ago, and the second one has an unknown position because we haven't seen him in a while, and I'm checking the stats time and time again because I want to make sure that he's really still in the air, but he's in the air. He has some points, so he's not AFK, and we haven't seen him in a long while, so he could pop up probably anywhere from the cloud cover here and going for us and coming into attack. My friend here, you can see on the right, is just taking off at this point. I'm on voice comms with him, and we're talking about like that he's going to fly top cover for me. So I'm messing the landing up a little bit. I'm not realizing that I'm about to flip, and as you can see here, I've done the rookie mistake again. I flipped my plane, so instead of 15 seconds reload, I have 30 seconds repair and reload time. But my friend is in the air, so it's good, and he's spotting the enemy bullfighter still at the enemy airbase. So we have a little bit more time, which I'm going to need to repair my plane. So here we go. My friend is, at this point, he's telling me that the bullfighter is just taking off and slowly turning towards A, actually. I'm still looking around if we can see the other bullfighter, and up there above me there's my friend. I have to check where he's flying because we don't want to give the enemy team a win by crashing into each other. Not that we've ever done such a thing. And while I'm climbing here, we're talking about one of the bullfighters, or where the bullfighter is, that he's going for A, basically, for A, basically, probably trying to make an attack run on one of the destroyers. And at this point I'm paranoid because I'm thinking, okay, the other bullfighter in this time, if he went the very long way, if he used the whole map to climb, he could be anywhere in the clouds. And if the other one is acting as a spotter and sees us, he could direct the other bullfighter to get us straight from the cloud cover, and he probably would only have a moment's notice to take evasive actions. So I'm checking around. I'm looking if I can see the gray dot anywhere. And now something very curious happens. This bullfighter, the second he spots us, he turns around and runs back home. This is a strategy that I've seen quite often employed in historical battles now in War Thunder. My friend here is setting up his attack run on him, and I'm at this point I'm very cautious about it, and I'm saying, you're sure you want to do this? The enemy bullfighter could come any second now, but he's committed and he says, I'm going to take this one. So he's pulling up behind the bullfighter while I fly top cover. If the enemy bullfighter comes from anywhere out of the clouds, I can hopefully engage him and act as a early warning for my friend here. And my friend now is behind the bullfighter and is starting to shoot at him, and the bullfighter is basically racing towards the enemy airbase. This is the tactic I've witnessed time and time again in historical battles in War Thunder. where aircraft or players try to lure the enemy team over the airbase to get them shot down by anti-aircraft guns, because anti-aircraft guns on the airfields are very precise normally, have a high caliber. You can see here my friend is putting hits into him, but he's now into the firing range of the anti-aircraft. He's entering into the firing range. I'm telling him, okay, you have to get out of there now, because it's only a matter of time till they shoot you down, and then I'm all alone here. And I very much know that my Bf-109 can't take on the Beaufighter. The Beaufighter turns around because obviously he shrugs off cannon rounds and machine gun rounds like that. So I'm pressuring him here to dare to come after my friend, which just have some machine gun rounds left at this point, or has just machine gun rounds left at this point, and is going for A to get a few more shots onto ground targets before he's landing and reloading. And the second I'm coming into the range of the anti-aircraft guns, I'm turning around. I'm not going to go down there and play his game, because I've had this happen to me so often now. In the other Beaufighter video that I put up, we had a B-25 that was basically sitting for half an hour on his friendly air base, just waiting for us to come to him and attack him, while he's in that map, I think it's the Kursk. No, it's not the Kursk map. The Russian coastal map, where basically you have anti-aircraft guns from your airfield, and you have you have cargo ships there that have anti-aircraft guns as well. So anything that enters into this zone that's covered by both of them is pretty much chewed up by them. So at this point I'm thinking, okay, the Beaufighter is actually trying to go after my friend. Perhaps he didn't see me up here because I'm right in the sun for him, and partial in cloud cover here. But he turns around here, trying to lure me back to the airfield, but I'm having none of that because I'm so sick and tired. If you're lucky, you can shoot them down, but you usually end up being damaged a lot. And as long as we have this second Beaufighter around, which we haven't seen yet, I'm not going to take any chances. You see here my friend is taking out the artillery at A before returning to B to refuel. And I'm circling around here a little bit like a shark to basically see if the Beaufighter is coming out to play. But he's just circling his airfield, too afraid to come out anywhere else. And I'm not really getting why people do this, because normally they don't get the kills for people getting shot down. Okay, they win the battle, but I mean, he probably could have had us if he just climbed from the second he was starting from his airbase. But he didn't want to, I don't know why, and now he's just hiding in his base. At this point I'm going for some cloud cover. I'm thinking, okay, do I go back, because it looks like the Beaufighter is coming out again, but he's not. So I'm circling around and I'm saying to my friend just shut down some of the artillery, so he's now landing at the base and refueling and rearming. And I'm going for the last few ground targets that we can actually shoot down. There are, I think, 3 artillery positions left. The others are pillboxes or medium tanks, so they can't be killed by us because we don't have any bombs. And I'm thinking, okay, perhaps I can, if I shoot down these artillery positions here, or shoot at these artillery positions and destroy them, the Beaufighter is pressured into coming out of his bases, because obviously he won't come out under normal circumstances. And as long as he's alive, we won't win, and as long as we're alive, he won't win. So I'm thinking, okay, I'm doing as much damage as I can to the objectives, and perhaps we can score a win here with our destroyers attacking the enemy town, and ground forces from A actually coming, from B coming to A. So sometimes around here, I think the first of the two Beaufighters crashes, and my friend is about to take off here as well. So we're about to climb to a normal level and resume just waiting around to see if either the Beaufighter that's circling the airfield is coming out, or if the other Beaufighter is appearing somewhere. And I'm not quite sure if at this point I wasn't sure if the Beaufighter actually crashed when landing, and if he's on the runway, then he will probably be repaired in just a few seconds. So I'm very, very cautious, and we're debating what we're gonna do, and we're now at this point we're saying, okay, we have to go over there, we have to at least get some altitude advantage and see if one of the other, or if the Beaufighter is repairing again. And here you can see now the other Beaufighter miraculously just somehow crashed. We won. The game tells us that the enemy team has lost all their aircraft. And what's wondrous for me is that both of the Beaufighters seem to have crashed at their airfield. So this is a nice example of what you can do if the enemy tries to hide from you in their airbase, and a good example of how you can interact if you're on like TeamSpeak, team comms together, and how you can manage and time your repairs and rearmaments in a War Thunder game. So thanks for watching, if you're still watching, and hope to see you next time. Bye.